Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to share with you how I make stuffed cucumbers, or Oshbodring as some may call it in Bukharian. This meal is usually made overnight starting from Friday lunchtime to Saturday lunchtime. And if you'd like to see how I make this, then please keep watching. I'm going to be using these English cucumbers. I'm going to be using two. I'm going to wash them up and clean them and start carving out the inside. So I'm going to be taking it and cutting it into 3 equal parts. And then I'm going to be using the knife and the spoon that you saw on the side. And I'm going to start carving it out. And you need to make it as thin as possible. You need to take as much of the inside out as possible so that the meal does not come out mushy. And so this is the technique that I use to carve it out. I take most of it out as much as I can with a knife, and then I use a teaspoon and I start scraping it. I scrape out everything, almost like it has to be like see through the skin, and I'll show you what I mean. So this is what you want. You see how thin and see-through the flesh of the cucumber is? That's exactly how you want it. And when you're doing the ends, you just have to be careful not to poke the corner of the cucumber out. And if you do, nothing's gonna happen. It's gonna be totally fine. It's just you do your best, and that's it. So this is again the technique that I use. I take out most of the inside as much as I can with a knife, and then I start doing it with a teaspoon until almost all of the flesh from the inside is removed. So once all of your cucumbers have been carved out, you start putting salt all over from on the inside of the cucumber. And the purpose of this is to really just drain out all of the moisture from the cucumber. The cucumbers stay in the salt for about 12 to 24 hours. Now for the stuffing, we're going to be using 2 cups of rice that I already rinsed and drained, a little bit of beef, a handful of dried apricots, a handful of dried prunes, an apple, an onion, and a tomato. So I food processed everything through, and I just chopped up the dried apricots and prunes and the meat, and I add in a tablespoon of salt and a tablespoon of chicken consome with half of a can of tomato sauce into the filling. And in the pot itself, I have a little bit of oil with a couple of bones. I have some beef bones over there, and I put in the rest of the tomato sauce from that can. So now I'm just going to be mixing the filling in really well and start stuffing the cucumbers with it. Now before stuffing the cucumbers, make sure to rinse out the salt really well that you salted them with, so that they're not overly salty. So just put them under the sink and give them a good rinse. Now that our cucumbers are all stuffed, the rest of the filling I'm just placing into the pot with a little bit of oil and those 2 bones that I had in there, and placing the cucumbers right over the top of it. Put that on a flame and put 1.5 cups of water. So your ideal amount of water is to not fully cover the cucumbers, but to cover them 75% of the way. And this dish, like I said earlier, is usually cooked overnight, but you can totally try to do this in a crock pot, set it on low for 6 to 8 hours, and it should come out perfect. Now, this doesn't even do its justice, this picture that you're seeing here or the video that you see here, because overnight it just comes out to be this beautiful like reddish dark brown color, and it becomes sticky and thick, and it's just incredibly delicious. I hope you guys give this a shot and enjoy it. Don't forget to like and subscribe.